Good morning from Upper Perk Community Church. A little empty here, but we wanted you to know how much we're thinking about you all and praying for you. And before we have the message today from not only myself from our Matthew passage, but Brian's also going to give you some thoughts about how does the church minister during this time. What I really wanted to make sure that we understood is that there's lots of reactions and emotions that are taking place out there. And there's lots of ways that the devil can use this in a huge way in your lives to grip you in fear and to really make you feel like there's a hopelessness to this. Folks, as Christians, above all, we have the message of His grace and His mercy. I love this verse in Psalm chapter 27 and verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalm 27:1. That's one of many, many promises, knowing the generations of individuals that have gone through times of uncertainty and known that the scriptures are the thing that guides them, but also are the things that allow us to be the light and salt in a world that doesn't have answers. Now, as a church, and as a pastor especially, it's very interesting to feel like, how do we really try to make sure that we're doing church as a family? Because it's not this building. How do we do life together when we can't spend time together, when we have social distancing or even isolation from each other? There's things that we can do, and I want to encourage you to continue to look as we put out our weekly updates and give you different ways to be able to try to accomplish that. Gap groups, why not try using Zoom to be able to still meet together? Families or even individuals, use the YouVersion and do a plan together where you can make notes and comments to each other. Call each other up. I know it's a novel idea, but just hearing another person's voice oftentimes can make you feel more alive or more connected with other individuals. Folks, there's lots of ways that we can still stay connected, which is one of the blessings of the digital age. But above all, remember this, we are all on the same team. We are all working to the same goals. Some are going to be much more concerned about any kind of reaction or actions with each other, and others are going to be almost cavalier about things. Let's not allow that to create division between us, but let's make sure we keep our hearts focused above all about how we can take and be the light and salt that God's intended for us to be. So what we're planning to do as a church, we've mentioned this in our weekly update, is on Mondays and on Thursdays now, we're going to be putting out a weekly update with some scriptures to chew on, as well as some different links. Parents, for you as you try to deal with rambunctious children at home, those of you that are alone and by yourself to maybe have some hope as you listen to some songs or look at some other resources. And then also, we're going to be having a couple of Facebook Lives that we do. And we'll announce that through it probably on Tuesday and Friday is what I'm thinking at this point in time. Above all, we're continuing to do everything we can as a staff and as a church elder board to be able to show you that we love and we care about you. We encourage you as a body to reach out to each other. And as needs arise, please let us know. More and more of you are losing your jobs or at least temporarily not being able to go into work or even work at all. We want to be here with you. The elders have already set monies aside to be able to try to help out in those times of need. And many of you have already reached out to me and said, Pastor John, who needs a meal? Who needs a call? Who needs some financial support? So we'll be continuing to make those things, those needs that we are aware of, available to you through our weekly updates that we do. How long will this last? Really, nobody truly knows. Our elder team is taking things on a week-to-week basis. We're planning some things out in the future because we don't know how long, but every week we'll make decisions on Tuesday. Pray for the elders as they pray for you Tuesday night and put things together to try to create the safest environment in the uncertain times that we live. But as we just put on our sign outside, remember this, God is still in control. He is the one that's on the throne, and He'll guide us through this difficult times as well as the ones He has in the past and the ones that we have yet to come. He is our God. Love you all.